Alright, here we go. Hey everyone. I just thought I'd do a quick roll through the Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals Barn Finds and Hidden Gems display for 2022. Let's start with a car that you already know. 1970 Hemi Cuda that I documented back in, I think, March. This is the one that came from Arkansas. And after that occurred, I went to my friend Billy. And after Billy, it went to my friend Tom when I got them in touch with each other. And now my friend Tom owns it, except for this weekend. My friend Seth, who went on another adventure with me, you'll see in a different video, we put his name on the sign for ownership. So it's pretty cool. Next to that, it's also, we discovered a quadruple black Hemi Cuda 4-speed car. Next to that is a recently uncovered Z16 Chevelle. If you don't know what a Z16 is, it is a 1965 Chevelle Malibu SS, and it came with a 1-year-only 396 big block. I'll put a little information here for you. Very interesting. We've had now 3 undiscovered or recently discovered. There's the picture of it. You can see it sitting behind a shed. Next to that's a 1971 Ford Torino GT. I didn't know much about this car other than it was a GT, but the owner put this together. It's a 351 Cleveland with a rebuilt C6. It has 70,000 miles, positive traction, so on and so on. So, very cool. Here's another one that I was personally associated with. This 1971 Dodge Challenger RT 340 car is owned by my friend Keith Knoll of Knoll Automotive from Iowa. You'll know him. He worked on my personal 71 Challenger. And when I went to go pick it up, I went on an adventure, which I'll link here in the video somewhere. We went and saw this car sitting in a barn with a GTX. So Noel was able to buy it, and he brought it back to life, and it runs and drives now. Next to this, I don't know much about it, but it's a Hearst Olds 1968, owned by Josh Doom from Wisconsin. It has no engine, no transmission. The interior is okay. It's got a really good patina on it. And I can say that the suspension is completely shot. Here's another one that I was personally associated with. My friends from Clay & Sons Mopars Salvage Yard in Catawassa, Missouri were able to rescue this 1969 Dodge Super Bee that was sold new at Mr. Norm's Garage in Chicago. I saw it after they had picked it up, and then a gentleman from out east, which you saw in the video, bought it. I think it was on eBay. He took it back to his home, restored it mechanically, and has been driving it ever since. And we offered it from McCacken, and he brought it on out. It's been a real hit. This one's cool. 65 Ford Galaxy that the owner hadn't seen in like 20 years, and it was presented to him as a gift. It was, I think, his father's car or his mother's car. I apologize. But really neat car, 3-speed on the column. Next up is Mopar 5150 Troy Bergeron's 1971 Plymouth GTX 446 pack. Another one that they got it mechanically restored, other than one massive backfire. But other than that, it is running and driving. We actually moved it around under its own power. But it's a really neat sassy grass green car. Air grabber, the whole bit. Okay, next to that is a 1969 Dodge Charger 500. It's a 440 car, originally yellow. Unfortunately now, it is mostly rust. But the owner thought that would be cool, and he actually got it running and driving. And it came in here under its own power. Unfortunately, there's very little floor left, and the trunk destroyed itself, but I don't know what he's going to do with it. This is actually my friend the Colchin's brand new purchase, garage saved 1970 Plymouth Superbird. This one's an original lemon twist car. They pulled out of a garage just a few, I think, months ago now. Hashtag Bob said. But yeah, this one's going to be restored here very shortly by a place in Wisconsin, I believe. I'm going to start on the other side, just kind of keep it even. This 1970 Oldsmobile Cutlass W31, which is the smaller Ramrod 350, that's owned by Ron Nowitzki, and it's going to be restored by Miller Auto Care, and they sponsor the entire barn find display at McCacken. And these two first cars are theirs. Usually what the game plan is, they take whatever cars that are here in barn finds, and then they restore them over a few years and then do an unveiling. They've done that with other cars in the past, including cars I've covered, and this is going to be no different. This is, however, a little different. They, instead of bringing two Oldsmobiles, they brought a 1972 Pontiac Grand Prix SSJ Hearst Olds, I believe. It's got a sunroof, auto stick, and I believe it ran, but it's a really neat car. Here's one that I was not expecting to see, so when he signed up, I was extremely happy. And this is the 1971 Boss 351 that I had in the video just a few months ago. I'll put the video tag up in the right-hand corner, I think. But it's the Boss 351 that was on that farm trailer. The new owner has got it at least mechanically movable. The original tires are back there. There's old dry rotted, but he threw on some minis just to move it around, and it worked perfectly. But it looks a little funny right now, but the car will be mechanically restored to peak performance here shortly. Then we have a 1970 Plymouth Cuda 446 pack. It was found in a small 1.5 car garage in Inner Grove Heights, Minnesota. This is the original numbers matching engine and transmission from the car, and it's actually in really good shape. We moved this around yesterday, and it moved around like butter, other than the huge air shocks that were in the back leaked down, so now the quarter panel is sitting on the extra wide rubber, to say the least. Then we have the another 1968 Hearst Olds. This is a pure stock racer from New Lenox, Illinois. Did not know that, but I met the owner. He's a very nice guy. Very cool car. Next to this is a 1969 A12 Super B. If you don't know what A12 is, that is late in 69, so 69 and a half it's called. They added the 6-pack option to the Super B and the Roadrunner. So, yeah. Oh, there's a sign. Hold on. Let's see what it is. That's pretty cool. Ooh, it won the Miller Auto Care Restoration and Resto Mod pick. That's exciting. Sorry, I'm on my little scooting around to make it a little bit more efficient. But it's almost a twin of the car that we had last year in the barn find display. F6 green, I believe it is. So now this one's a weird one. I didn't know the history until it showed up. But it's a 1969 Barracuda Formula S convertible, which I'll do a little bit more depth on that. But it's a pilot car. So it's really rough. But for some reason, Dodge welded on this, Plymouth welded on this weird VIN tag onto the engine block. And there's a whole bunch of other pilot-only items on here that I don't know what they are, but I was told that they exist. But it's a white car, and it's really rough. But it ran in here, and the owner drove it in, and when we tried to move it, when we tried to drive it again, I think it actually spit a brake line out. Like, the brake line broke off, and fell on the floor, which was pretty funny. Here's a 1968 Chevelle SS 396, which I know nothing about. And then here is the last one in this row, which you will also know. If you remember the Hemi Cuda that was at the front, this Hemi Challenger was the second car in that video series. It's a 70 Hemi Challenger. It's, I think, a 4-speed, maybe an automatic, I don't remember. We'll check here right now. But it's a Go Mango car with a tan interior. It is an automatic. But, I'll swing around. Oop, that's my little booth. But after I was involved with documenting the cars, my friend Jesse ended up buying this car from our other mutual friend, which I'm blanking on his name. I will put it in the description. But yeah, real true 426 Hemi car. And then I'm actually going to finish off. Ooh, why did it get all weird? I'm going to finish off the video series with its own little video of the 1969 Yenko Nova, which is a supernova. But I'm still figuring out a little bit of the history, so I won't put that in this video. But do a quick roll by. Okay, so that is it from the Barn Finds and Hidden Gems display for 2022. We are already going ahead on 2023, and it will be something because we have a few very, very special cars lined up, to say the least. See you all soon.
Unfortunately, I never got the chance to do a separate video on the Nova. I just ran out of time. I was filming this at like 4 o'clock in the morning on Saturday because of the way things all fell together. But I wanted to at least get you guys these pictures, and I know a little bit of the history. I know it is a legit 1969 Yenko Supernova 427 car. I know there was some wishy-washy about paperwork, but I know for a fact that there is full paperwork verifying that this car is a legit 427 Nova now. The new owner took care of all that. This, I guess, was found, a kid was given the car or his grandfather died or something. There's a whole long thread over at the Supercar forum about this, which I'll tag in the description. But it was definitely another one of these where the timing just happened to work out perfectly so we could get it to McCacken for everyone to check out. So we had a little bit of fun in the end of the weekend. And the last thing we did before everyone left was put the two quadruple block Hemi Cudas together before they went their separate ways. Probably forever after this. I'm still stuck, unfortunately, so no, live video from me finishing out the episode. But tomorrow I'm actually heading to Ready Strip to go watch the Hurricane Daytona get dropped off. And I'll be updating you guys on a video probably on Friday. And hopefully I'll be all better by then. But of course, if you have any questions or comments, just tag me in social media. I read everything. So talk to you all soon. Bye.